This is Singing from the Floor, A History of British Folk Clubs by J.P. Bean. And it's an oral history, so all the kind of major players have a say in here. And some of it's arranged chronologically, and then some of it's arranged around certain themes. He points out in here that the British folk revival is often attributed to people like Ewan MacColl and Bert Lloyd, and they did a landmark BBC series for what was then the Home Service in 1953 called Ballads and Blues, and that was the kind of start, a lot of J.P. Bean and others reckon. And then it goes through the skiffle craze where Lonnie Donegan started bringing music that people hadn't heard from, American music often, and incorporating that into a kind of entertaining way. And then on we went through people like Bob Dylan and Peter, Paul and Mary and Joan Baez and what have you. It also talks about the kind of the involvement of folk music in the Aldermaston marches and the kind of the politics and the radical politics that often, but not always, often was contained in the new wave of folk music, and then all the old traditional music from Scotland, Ireland, Wales perhaps, England. The book's good on all the kind of debates and controversies, and they were quite bitter sometimes. So, could you ever use a musical instrument, or did it have to be unadorned singing? Were you allowed to sing a song that came from a country that you didn't come from, or could only Scottish people sing Scottish songs, and should English people only sing Welsh songs? And all these kind of controversies, and they're well brought out in here. There's funny stuff too. I particularly like Billy Connolly talking about the hard life when he was in a folk duo and having to sleep on floors and travel around just trying to earn a pittance. And he said he'd slept on so many floors that he'd become a connoisseur at telling the difference between an Axminster and a Wilton carpet by taste. So it's got all those things. It's got themes like how folk music moved into rock, both with Bob Dylan and the Byrds and people in America, and then with Fairport Convention, Steel Eye Span, Pentangle in Britain. I think the politics of this is because a lot of the kind of key players are involved and contained in here, and thank goodness they are, because some of them already aren't with us, and this was compiled, this book put together in 2014. But because he wanted to include, I think, all the voices, there is some repetition, I think, and it is quite a long read if you read every page. So I read the first half, and then I skimmed the second half and dipped into it. It's a really, really good book if this area interests you at all. It's quite hard to get hold of it. I'm very grateful to a friend of mine who had a copy in his attic, and he dug it out and gave this to me. But if you're dogged enough in pursuing it, you won't be disappointed if this is a kind of area that you're interested in. Okay?